Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Week 6 of the Friday Night Frenzy on a Saturday morning. I'm Stan Pamphilus, along with Luke Notestein. Luke, a little wet. Some teams couldn't play. A lot of others and their Hardy fans braved, though, the elements, including one of our feature games. Our feature game.
Absolutely. And we did get wet last night. But it makes it fun. That's football weather.
Yeah.
You know? It makes it entertaining.
It was even more fun here.
Well,
inside.
a little bit, yeah, a little more fun inside. But the fans braved it last night, including at the MAC opener between Reynolds, who's ranked number 10 in 3A, having a great season, and Erwin, a team that feels like they're starting to gain some momentum. And all that weather last night didn't dampen the fan support in Leicester. This would be an exciting game for both teams Friday night under the lights at Kerr Stadium. The Warriors fired up on their home turf, but it would be the Rockets who would strike first. Let's go to the first quarter. Erwin's Damian Ferguson looks downfield, but he's picked off by Austin McCurry, who has some space. Looks like he could take it to the house, but he's just brought down at the 5-yard line, and the Rockets would take advantage. A few plays later, A.J. Logan bounces to the outside and scores as the Rockets lead 7-0. And then it started raining at Erwin, continued most of the night. Second quarter, it's Logan again getting the football, this time going right up the middle for the 10-yard gain. He got drilled. 119 rushing yards on the night for Logan. Later in the drive, Rico Dowdle keeps the football and sprints into the end zone. Couple of cuts there. Reynolds increases the lead to 14-0. Then just a few minutes later, almost the exact same play as Dowdle goes up the gut for his second rushing touchdown of the game. He would have a big one, 21-0 Rockets, but the Warriors wouldn't go away easily. Ended the first half, Ferguson to Isaiah Poor for the touchdown, cuts the lead to 21-6. Ferguson, 201 yards passing through the air. But Rico Dowdle and the Rockets would prove to just be too much to handle, especially in the fourth quarter. 273 rushing yards for Rico Dowdle. Reynolds beats Erwin. Your final score, 35-18.
MAC opener for the 4A teams in the league. McDowell at Robertson, homecoming at Robertson. Let's congrats to Montana Proctor, the homecoming queen. Defense starts second half big for Robertson. McDowell's Casey Ray, intercepted by Ian McAdoo, brings it back to McDowell 12. The drive stalls and they have a problem on the field goal. No good, and Robertson still leads, though, 14-7. Titans, though, come storming back. Casey Ray rolls out, looks downfield, points, finds Ethan McMahon. He scores.
Great throw. Touchdown,
14-14. But look at this. Chris Barnwell throws to Denzel Summey, who cuts it back the other way, and he takes it all the way to the house. Robertson wins it 28-14.
All right, let's go to Asheville School, where the Blues played host to Statesville Christian yesterday afternoon. Let's pick it up in the first quarter. David Schill, the quarterback for the Blues, rolls right, dumps it off to Rashad Morrison, who breaks a couple of tackles and picks up a big first down for Asheville School. Later in the drive, Schill rolls towards the near sideline this time, connects with Boyd Hank, who gets 1 foot inbounds to keep it moving for Asheville School. That would set up David Schill, who takes the snap and then takes off for the end zone as the Blues take the lead of 7-0. Fast forward to the second quarter now. Rashad Morrison had a big game, takes the handoff, follows his blockers, and shows off all sorts of speed along the far sideline. Good enough for a 35-yard gain to keep the chains moving. And that would set up a field goal attempt by Boyd Hank, who just made the nice catch earlier, and it is perfect. Asheville School beats Statesville Christian 17-14. Blues are now 2-2 on the season.
Christ School back in action after accepting a couple of forfeits against a tough team from Greenville, Christ Church Cavaliers. Greenies defense comes up big. Pass is completed, but the Greenies defense forces a fumble. Christ School ball. First play on the ensuing drive, though. Check it out. Drew Johnson picked up by big Zachary Idris. I mean, this guy's big. He couple of stiff arms, couple of moves, couple of blocks.
Wow.
He just rumbles and stumbles and goes all the way for the pick six, 7-0. Then, on the Greenies' next possession, Khalid Jones for Christ Church picks off the pitch.
Wow.
And he rolls in there. It was that kind of night as Christ Church rolls by Christ School 45-0. We start at Haywood County, something a little different in Waynesville last night.
Yeah, that's right, Stan. A bit of a family affair with Smoky and Tuscola. A family affair, as I mentioned. Mustangs coach David Napert and his son Nick going against the Mountaineers, where younger brother Joe plays. Interesting dynamic. Dinner table should be fun later this evening for somebody. Let's go to the first quarter of tonight's game. Smoky Mountain with the punt, and Tuscola's Caleb Ferguson under it, but he can't handle it. It was wet and rainy, and man, that football was slippery. Kevin Allred recovers the football in the red zone. That sets up Carson Schuler, who muscles his way across the goal line, and it's very quickly 7-0 Mustangs. But Tuscola would answer on the very next possession as Caleb Ferguson gets the rock and dives across the goal line for the score, tying this game at 7 points apiece. Second quarter, Smoky's Devin Mackey tries the squib kick, but it literally rolls to Tuscola's Roman Jenkins, who says thank you very much, scoops the ball at the 10, and nobody's going to catch him, jukes out the kicker, 90-yard kickoff return for the score as Tuscola goes on to beat Smoky Mountain last night, your final 56-28.
All right, over in Canton and Pisgah, we had a different kind of reunion.
Right.
Pisgah coach Brett Chappell and his Bears hosting East Henderson, and Brett, of course, used to be the coach at East Henderson, but he's not overcome by any nostalgia. 2-0 against his former team, and last night, no problems picking up another one. It is pouring in Canton, and Pisgah is pouring it on. 35 zip in the third through the raindrops. Jordan Jones down the sidelines with a punt return. Gets popped. It says it's worth it. I gained 30.
But I have a headache.
Yeah, that's a problem. That sets up Daniel Van Verenberg. Gets a big hole off tackle. Waltz is in 41 zip. Point after, no good. Later in the third, more of the same for Daniel V. Reaches for the goal line, stretches, and gets in.
Stretch
no
Armstrong.
contest. Yeah, Pisgah smokes East Henderson 54 zip.
All right, now to Transylvania County. Smoky Mountain Conference opener stand for Haysville and Rosman, both 3-1 in their non-conference games. So it should have been a pretty good game last night.
We thought so.
Yeah, Tigers just storming onto the field, and they were ready to play offense, defense, special, everything last night. However, this game would stay scoreless until the second when Gage Orr gets the call. Great speed along the far sideline, nearly houses it down at the 3-yard line. Very next play, it's Gage Orr taking it into the promised land as the Tigers take the lead of 6-0, and they were really just getting warmed up. Man, everybody trying to stay dry. Later in the game, Rosman keeps the ball on the ground with Tanner Green, who picks up 15 tough yards, nice moves, slip and slide all over the wet field last night. Then a few plays after that, it's Gage Orr again, this time rumbling 20 yards for the touchdown. And wow, Rosman shuts out Haysville 57-0. Big win for the Tigers.
Well, we thought that would be closer, but Rosman doing a great job, Coach Whitaker.
Absolutely.
Big things there.
Yeah.
All right, WNCAC opener for Franklin and Brevard. Now, the Panthers, without their best player, Kelton Lowry, had the concussion in the Erwin game. Brevard, though, on a roll, 2 wins in a row after that 15-game losing streak. Coach Craig Pritchett turning Brevard around and, of course, looking for the upset, which would really show they've arrived. This was tied at 7 at the half. Franklin in the third strikes. Jackson Perone deep. Finds Jordan Nugent, nice catch. It gets a good block, and he streaks down the sidelines, 76 yards. Panthers lead 13-7. PAT, no good. Then Franklin goes on the ground through the rain. Nicolia Lamb on the handoff for Franklin, cuts it outside. Nobody can catch him. He gets some good blocking, too. 26 yards, escapes the tackle there. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, good, 21-7. Coach Pritchett looking for a big play, and he gets it on defense. Watch Tanner Pettit. Outstanding pick, and then the run even better. Watch him weave his way down the field, get the block or two. What a run.
Incredible.
67-yard return. Brevard in business deep in Franklin territory. Wow, what a play. A couple plays later, they will capitalize. Tanner Ellenberger finds Nick Cave, and this is a nice grab. That's a touchdown.
Oh, good catch.
21-13, but Franklin opens it up in the second half. Panthers win it going away 35-13. Had a number of games postponed because of the weather. West Henderson will play North Henderson Monday at 7. Mountain Heritage at Hendersonville also put off the Monday night at 7. Madison will play Polk County, also Monday at 7.
We could do a Monday night frenzy.
That's right.
All right, Drawn and Chase, also Monday night at 7. Crest and RS Central postponed. They'll play Monday at 6.
All right, quick, more scores. North Buncombe beat Inca 45-14, and Owen wins against Avery County 49-6. First win for Coach Nathan Padgett. Congrats. Sidney Gibbs, 292 net yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, congrats to Coach Padgett. That's great. Robbinsville beats Andrews 46-12, and Murphy takes down Cherokee 27-6.
East Rutherford and Thomas Jefferson Academy both were idle last night.
Is it still raining?
I
feel like it's raining in the studio
sweating
right now. Yeah, one of the two. But hey, we dried off. It's football. Sometimes you deal with it and you just survive. We survived.
It's fun, and they survived. That's what counts.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's it for us. Have a great weekend, everybody.
See ya.